Welcome to the channel of In Solidum Lawyers, your reliable source for legal advice. Today, we will explore the world of competition law in Ecuador. In the dynamic environment of Ecuadorian business, anti-competitive practices not only distort the market but also affect the consumer. Today, we will break down the types of these practices and their consequences, ensuring that you, as a businessman or consumer, are well informed and protected. Anti-competitive practices are defined as strategies or behaviors that companies adopt in order to distort fair and free competition. These are not exclusive to large corporations. Any company, regardless of its size, can engage in them if it does not adhere to current regulations. In Ecuador, the impact of these practices goes beyond mere competition between companies. They affect the very structure of the market, creating barriers that prevent the entry of new competitors and limit consumers' ability to choose freely. These barriers not only harm the diversity and quality of the products and services available, but also inhibit innovation, a key driver for economic growth and social progress. One of the most harmful effects to anti-competitive practices is the impact on prices. When competition is restricted, companies in a dominant position can impose artificially high prices, which directly affects the pocket of the Ecuadorian consumer. Additionally, these practices can lead to a stagnation in quality and innovation, as without the pressure of competitors, leading companies may not feel the need to continuously improve. The Ecuadorian economy, with its growing focus on diversification and promoting a healthy business environment, is especially vulnerable to the distortions caused by these practices. The damage is not limited to the directly involved actors but extends to the entire society, undermining market efficiency, discouraging investment, and ultimately limiting the country's economic growth potential. Therefore, identifying, preventing, and punishing anti-competitive practices is not just a matter of commercial justice. It is essential to ensure a dynamic, innovative, and fair market, where companies compete based on quality and efficiency, and where consumers benefit from a wide range of options and fair prices. At In Solidum Lawyers, we are committed to this ideal, and we work tirelessly to protect and promote a healthy and competitive business environment in Ecuador. In the Ecuadorian business landscape, certain anti-competitive practices have stood out for their prevalence and the significant impact they have on the market. Among these, abuse of dominant position, agreements to fix prices, and production limitation are the most common. Abuse of dominant position occurs when a company with significant market power uses this to prevent or reduce competition. This can manifest in practices such as predatory pricing, intended to undervalue products under competitors cannot sustain themselves, or exclusion of competitors through exclusive agreements with suppliers or distributors. Agreements to fix prices are equally harmful. These often clandestine agreements occur when competing companies coordinate to establish prices, reduce production, or divide markets. These pacts, far from being fair competition, and attempts to manipulate the market in favor of a few at the expense of the majority. Production limitation is another anti-competitive strategy, where companies agree to artificially produce the supply of a product to inflate prices. This practice not only harms consumers with higher prices, but also distorts the nature of the market, preventing supply and demand from determining the prices and availability of goods. These practices, through sophisticated and often hidden, have a profoundly negative effect on the economy. They not only distort prices and limit consumer choices, but also create a hostile business environment where innovation and merit cannot thrive. The identification and correction of these practices require a detailed analysis and a proactive approach by regulatory authorities and market actors. At In Solidum Lawyers, we understand the complexity of these practices and the importance of combating them. With a deep knowledge of the law and an unwavering commitment to justice and equity in the market, We are dedicated to advising and protecting companies and consumers, ensuring a fair and competitive business environment in Ecuador. The oversight and regulation of anti-competitive practices in Ecuador are in the hands of the specialized institutions, backed by a robust legal framework. The leading entity in this area is the Superintendency of Market Power Control, a technical and autonomous body charged with promoting and protecting effective competition and preventing, detecting, and correcting market distortions. The cornerstone of the legislation in this field is the Organic Law of Regulation and Control of Market Power. This law establishes the principles and rules to ensure transparent and competitive markets, outlining both the behaviors considered anti-competitive and the corresponding sanctions for those who infringe these norms. The law not only typifies practices such as abuse of dominant position, collusive agreements, and price fixing, but also establishes mechanisms for the investigation and sanction of these behaviors. The sanctions can be severe, including fines of up to 10% of the total turnover of the offending company, reflecting the seriousness with which the Ecuadorian legal system treats these infractions. In addition to the superintendency, other institutions like the Attorney General's Office and the Judiciary Council have important roles in applying the law and in the respective judicial process. Cooperation between these entities is crucial to ensure a healthy and fair and competitive environment. Ecuadorian legislation also contemplates prevention and education mechanisms, promoting the culture of competition and understanding of these practices in the business sphere. This comprehensive vision seeks not only to punish but also to prevent and educate, ensuring that the Ecuadorian market is fertile ground for innovation, fair competition, and economic growth. Compliance with competition regulations is a fundamental pillar for the sustainability and growth of any company in the Ecuadorian market. To ensure adherence to these regulations and avoid engaging in anti-competitive practices, companies must adopt a proactive and multifaceted strategy. First, it is essential to develop and implement internal compliance policies. These policies must be clear, comprehensive, and tailored to the specific nature of each company. They should include guidelines on interaction with competitors, suppliers, and customers, as well as on price setting, contracting terms, and marketing strategies. Constant training is another critical component. It is crucial that all levels of the company, from top management to operational staff, receive regular training on what constitutes anti-competitive practices and the consequences of engaging in them. These trainings should be practical and adapted to the realities of the market in which the company operates, ensuring that the staff not only understands the regulations but also knows how to apply them in everyday situations. Moreover, in a complex and constantly evolving legal environment, seeking specialized legal advice is not a luxury but a necessity. Lawyers specialized in competition law can offer invaluable guidance, not only for navigating the complex web of laws and regulations, but also for developing business strategies that are both competitive and compliant with the regulations. Prevention is, without a doubt, the key. Implementing internal audit systems and reporting mechanisms can also be effective measures to identify and correct potential infractions before they become major problems. The system should foster a culture of transparency and accountability where employees feel safe and motivated to report any suspicious behavior. In short, ensuring compliance with anti-competitive regulations is not only a legal obligation but also an investment in the sustainability and reputation of the company. At In Solidum Lawyers, we understand the complexity of this challenge and are here to guide your company through this path, ensuring that your operation is not only successful, but also integral and respectful of the rules of fair competition. Engaging in anti-competitive practices can have devastating repercussions, not only for the involved companies, but also for the economy as a whole. The consequences of these actions are broad and severe, spanning the legal, economic, and reputational spheres. From a legal perspective, companies that infringe competition laws face significant sanctions. In Ecuador, the supremacy of market power control has the authority to impose fines that can reach up to 10% of the total turnover of the offending company. In addition, executives and employees responsible for infractions can also face personal sanctions, including fines and, in serious cases, prison sentences. But the consequences go beyond economic sanctions. Reputational damage can be even more detrimental in the long run. Once a company is marked by anti-competitive practices, regaining the trust of clients, suppliers, and partners can be a huge challenge. This stigma can affect business relationships, diminish business opportunities, and have a negative impact on investment attraction. Economically, anti-competitive practices distort markets, inhibit innovation, and reduce efficiency. Companies that could have thrived in a fair competition environment are hindered, limiting overall economic growth and affecting the quality and variety of products and services available to consumers. In addition, the impact of consumer confidence cannot be underestimated. When consumers perceive that the market is manipulated or that there is no fair play, their confidence in the economic system erodes. This can lead to a decrease in consumer spending and negatively affect the economy in general. In this sense, the consequences of engaging in anti-competitive practices are extensive and profoundly detrimental. And in Solidum Lawyers, we understand the importance of adhering not only to the letter of the law, but also to its spirit. We are committed to helping our corporate clients navigate these challenges, ensuring that they operate fairly, ethically, and in full compliance with the regulations, thus protecting their integrity and contributing to the economic well-being of Ecuador. Today, we have navigated through the complex but crucial waters of competition law in Ecuador, unraveling the intricacies of anti-competitive practices and their impact on our market. At In Solidum Lawyers, our mission goes beyond legal advice. We are dedicated to fostering a business environment where integrity, innovation, and fair competition are the pillars. If you are facing doubts or challenges in this field, remember that our team of experts is here to guide you. Do not let the complexities of the law inhibit your potential. Contact us to turn challenges into opportunities and ensure that your company not only complies with the law, but also shines in a fair and dynamic market. Before saying goodbye, we want to thank you for joining us today. If this content has been valuable to you, we invite you to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and share it. Your interaction is essential to continue expanding profound and practical knowledge about competition law in our country. Until next time, where we will continue clearing the path to business success with integrity and excellence. And in Solidum Lawyers, your success is our passion.